Welcome to otakusthegeeks.com. Justin here, back with another fall anime 2020 coverage, and today we're back with Yashahime, Princess Half Demon Episode 2, The Three Princesses. As always, you can find this anime on Crunchyroll, Funimation, and Hulu. And here is a brief synopsis. Half-demon twins Towa and Setsuna are separated from each other when a mysterious tunnel sends Towa into the future, where she's found and raised by Kagome's brother, Sota. I love this episode, and truthfully, I consider this actually episode 1 because episode 1 felt more of a fan service to the previous series for fans to just want to see Inuyasha and Kagome in interaction and just to see them, fight demons just one more time before we transition into the new era. And this one really felt like episode 1 because we actually do get the backstory of the twins. We do get the characters fleshed out. We get the pieces set in the puzzle and things start to take off. And I really did enjoy this episode. Towa, when we first meet them, Towa and Setsuna, when we first meet them, they're little girls. They're in the woods. They're living in the woods, playing. They're surviving on their own. And then a fire happens. And then Towa gets stripped and taken into this mysterious tunnel where she is found by Sota, who basically raises her as his daughter. And then they time jump to 14 years later, and you have Towa in the human world where she is going to school, but she's constantly switching schools because she's getting into fights every single time. So she dresses up as a boy because it's easier for her to fight in compared to wearing more feminine clothes. And we actually get a little introduction into Sota's family. Sota actually has a biological daughter, Mei. And for those who don't know Sota, I'm a huge fan of Sota. Sota is Kagome's brother. And he has his highlight episode in the previous series with Inuyasha's Sota's Brave Confession of Love, where he has a crush on a girl named, I think her name is Hitomi. And she agrees to be his girlfriend. And his daughter Mei, looks a lot like Hitomi, so they did not reveal the mother. So I'm hoping that it is, because that would be great for continuity purposes. But let's get into the episode. Very fair episode. I really did enjoy it. I love the fact that they did both narratives at the same time. Not exactly at the same time, but they did it by parts. Like, you know how TV is like part A, part B. So, like, part A, mostly we're focusing on Towa and her adjusting to the human world life. It's been 14 years. She takes Mei as she really sees Mei as her sister, not kind of a substitute for Setsuna, but she's still thinking about Setsuna and that day and wondering what happened to her sister. I mean, of course, you're twins, not to mention that's your blood. You're always going to want to know what happens to someone that you care about if they end up missing or you disappear from them. And I like how Sota is fully aware of her abilities, and he's saying you have to keep your powers and your gifts, to yourself. You can't ever reveal them, and that's a promise she made to him until something happens where Towa just constantly keeps getting into fights, and I won't get too deep into the plot, but something happens where people that she has defeated constantly let's just say want to raise the stakes, and she might not be able to control that power anymore in order to save a certain somebody that she cares about. On the flip side of it, we find out that Setsuna has been living pretty much in the world of the demon world, and she is basically hunting. She trains, and she's really strong now, really self-assertive. She really has come into her own, and she is being hunted by this centipede demon who wants one of the rainbow pearls that she has. And there also is an introduction to another character who looks eerily similar to a certain couple, might be their daughter, who also has a rainbow pearl, and they're busy battling this centipede demon. And I won't spoil what happens at the end, but let's just say all the pieces are coming together, and it was a really good episode. More focus on Towa and establishing Sota as this father figure, which I really love to see. I love to see the secondary characters when they have a new series get a full-blown flesh arc, and we get to see Sota so grown up. I'm like, man, I remember this kid. Overall, very fun episode. I enjoyed the hell out of it. 4.5 stars. Definitely A-. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen now, especially after the ending. What's going to happen with the girls and see how everything's going to click together. We've seen glimpses of them coming together in the first episode, but I'm curious to see how it's going to happen now. So very, very good episode. Really enjoyed it. Definitely watch this show. Anyway, that is it. This is my review. This is Justin from otakusandgeeks.com. If you like what we do here, as always, like, share, and subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram at Otakus and Geeks, Twitter at Otakus and Geeks, and of course, Facebook.com Otakus and Geeks blog. Later days.